Hi, good people. So I'm out in the garden and I just thought I would like to share a few little points or thoughts um, that you may be also experiencing as well. And I have my notes on my phone, and I am somebody who is always at crossroads. I realize that most of my life I have been at crossroads. Always. I always come to crossroads not knowing where I need to go, what I need to be doing. I'm done with what I'm doing and I need to do something else. And sometimes I come at a standstill, or I'm not creative anymore, and I'm like, what do I do? What is my calling? What's my purpose? Um, and the one of the trending words has been pivoting. Need to pivot and pivot, and you're like, where am I pivoting to? You can't just wake up one day and just decide you're pivoting. And I look at my earth goddess business in the sense that I do dream analysis and interpretation, and the other trending word is scalability. And that I read in a comment section on somebody's channel. In the comment section, I always feel the comment sections hold a lot of wisdom. People are chatting in there and leaving gems. And one person was telling the actual owner of the channel that the difference between a business and an entrepreneur is that a business person has a business that is scalable. What entrepreneurs fail to realize that they can't just do the same thing they're doing all the time and not be scalable. Like, bring more, do more to bring more income and versatility, direction, diversity into your business. You can't just stay small. Not everybody wants to scale up. Some people just like what they're doing and keeping it there. And so for me, who has a spiritual business, it's based on my intuition. It's based on me analyzing and interpreting people's dreams. How do you make that scalable? I mean, it's like, what how do you scale an intuitive business? And then this weekend I didn't realize Oprah had a podcast. And I know she has a YouTube channel, but I didn't know she had a podcast. And somehow her podcast showed up in my feed. I know that I give the YouTube algorithm and the YouTube bots a hard time because I'm not somebody who watches the same thing all the time. I'm outdoors, so I want you to hear everything. So if you don't like the noise, then you have to go somewhere. But I wanted the birds, the cars, the wind. I wanted you to experience it because this is what I am about. This is what this channel is about. So anyway, so I didn't realize she had a podcast, and I thought, oh, okay, that's something to watch because I love podcasts. I love listening to people who have different points of views, and I'm that kind of person. I'm a sponge for information. So I'm always seeking something different. I'm always following people who are like outliers, there are people. So when YouTube brings me these unnecessarily mundane things that they think everybody's watching and is interested in, I'm not. I like people give me food for thought. I like people whose footage is different. They're not doing it the same way. They're just being authentic themselves. They're not trying to please our algorithm or have or running after subscribers. And no, they are just there to share what they do. And so on this part, so I found she had a podcast. I thought, okay, let me see what she has to offer. So I went and I came across the podcast she had with Anastasia Suarez, Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now that is a brand name I've seen so many times, and especially maybe in the 80s and the 90s. I think that's when she came out. You would see that in Marshalls and TJ Maxx, when Marshalls and TJ Maxx were thriving, where today I feel that they just import things from elsewhere, and the quality is bad. Don't come for me. Anyway, I remember always seeing that brand name on different products, and she happened to be in. She happened to interview her, and she was known as the eyebrow lady, because when I was in the States at that time, I remember that she was popular. I think she was even on Oprah's show, and so she was an immigrant. She came. She went through her trials and tribulations and all that. Her grandparents went through that in their country, and everything. Nothing was easy. So she came here, and that was something that she did. Now, within the podcast, Oprah also has sort of guests who come and ask her guests questions. So one of the guests, her company is called Closet Therapy. She helps people organize their closets, and I guess she does celebrities and stuff like that. So you can imagine the magnitude and the size of these closets that she's organizing, and it's called Closet Therapy. So she came in and she asked Anastasia. She said, I don't know how to make my business scalable. I don't know what to do. And Anastasia said, products. And Anastasia had talked to us about how she had to start creating products, not in her niche, but even kind of in her niche, not outside in the industry as opposed to in her niche. Like, she was an eyebrow woman. How much can you do with eyebrows? How do you make your business scalable with eyebrows? And she said she started to making products, eyebrow mascara, eyelash, this face stuff. She had to expand that way. So she told the one, you got to make products, and you need to find loopholes in your industry. She said maybe you need to get some hooks that hook things better, or are made for maybe shoes instead of clothing. You need to find loopholes or products you can create that are lacking in your industry to now start manufacturing. She said, go into manufacturing. You have to go into manufacturing. You have to get products, start selling products that are going to help your closet therapy industry. And then and her closet therapy is a service. She's offering a service, not a product. So she's servicing people. And Oprah piped in and she said, I would like to add that also look for services within your closet therapy niche or industry, and offer that in addition to products. So here I thought, wow, that's fantastic. You're going to now look for services related to closet therapy and products related to her closet therapy that she could use to make her business scalable. So for me, that was like, okay, so you need to look for products you can provide within the spiritual community, between this dream analysis, tarot reading, kind of cartomancy, because I do cartomancy, which is playing cards, and I need to create products, which I have had certain products in mind that I would like to offer. And as I'm speaking to you, I'm thinking about it, because spirituality doesn't necessarily mean you always have to stick to just the being intuitive. No, people who are going to come to me want stuff that they see as soothing, healing. It could be a lotion, it could be tonic, something. So I have to think of products that will tie into my intuitive business, and it also enables me to scale my business. And then what other service apart from dream interpretation analysis can I offer? Yes, I offer cartomancy card readings, but my dream analysis and interpretation business is a coaching. It turns out to be coaching, because you end up speaking to this person and they keep coming back and asking you questions, and you find you're guiding them in their lives. So what else can I offer as a service that is not dream analysis, it's not cartomancy card reading, it isn't coaching? Or even I can add coaching as well, because I feel I give guidance. I'm not a coach. I think that word is abused, and maybe that's why I'm not really interested in being called a coach. I think I'm an intuitive guide, an intercessor, a mediator, whatever. So what else can I add to that? I'm sharing this with you because I believe that you are those who follow me are my peers and colleagues. So, and you may also be at crossroads all the time. You also need to pivot. You don't know how you need to pivot. You need to make your business scalable, or something, your side business, your hobby, turn your hobby into a scalable business. So this is why I'm here, just to share what I learned as well. And and that's all I wanted to say. I need to get out of the sun. My face is beginning to feel a little uncomfortable. That's why I'm wearing this hat. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come out here with a hat. And I just wish you well. And I would love to hear from you. Give me some comments. Inspire me as well. This is not a one-way street. Communication is a two-way street, and I would love to hear from you. So I wish you well. Have an absolutely fabulous day.